Hello everyone, this is Quaker from Next Gen Windows, bringing you another Windows 8.1 app review. Today's app review is going to be CNet. CNet, this is the official CNet app for Windows 8.1 or Windows 8. Just going to call everything Windows 8.1 from here on forward since Windows 8.1 came out today. So you can pick it up anyway. But this is not an advertisement, this is an app review, so let's get into it. For starters, you can see here, this is the main screen on CNet. I almost forgot the name right there, even though it's like right there. But you can see this is the main screen right here. They have the top, article here, and then they have the latest articles and other things that you'll be interested in here. So you can see reviews, luxury cleaners, hands-ons, Googleicious. It's just they just have a bunch of stuff: news, reviews, photos, all these stuff here. And yeah, it's a pretty nicely laid out app. They actually used up all the space nicely. Could you imagine if they put all of these grids here, like they only top aligned them, so they were only like right under this red bar right here? It would kind of like throw you off because there'd be so much wasted space. But this time I have nothing actually to say about wasted space for once. That's a first for me anyway. But you can see here, for starters, we're just gonna click on this right here, talking about the new iPad 5 and stuff coming October 22nd apparently. Which reminds me, the Nokia event is also October 22nd, so look forward to videos on that event, not the iPad event, since obviously this channel is not Apple. It's not an Apple channel, it's a Microsoft channel. But in general, what I was trying to tell you was, before I went on the rant, is that yeah, this is the view that you would see for most articles. One thing you'll notice right off the bat that to me does not fit in with the rest of the app's typography is the text here. The text here looks like Times New Roman, which you only see in reports that you get in like high school and college and stuff like that. The text does not seem like the type of text you would see in an app. You see how this text is a title text and this text and all the stuff. You see how it does not look like Times New Roman. I don't understand why they included Times New Roman here. This looks like just a copy and pasted article from their website to here, and then they just formatted it slightly to make it look nice to see. But all they would have to do is change the text, maybe go with Sego or something to make it more metro feeling or something like that. But point is, the text does not fit in at all. It doesn't fit with how the app looks. The app looks nice, I gotta admit, the app looks really nice, but the text does not fit in with that. And another thing that I just noticed as I was looking at this image here, is that the alignment right here, the alignment, I kind of wish this thing was like scooched a little bit to the left, that way it was perfectly aligned with this bar up here. And of course you can rate the article and stuff like that. You can see the CNet editor's rating, but obviously since this is a rumor, there's no rating for it. And there would be images here, but of course I don't know why there was no cover image here. That way, I don't know why they chose that. But I kind of wish there was like a cover image or whatever image is supposed to be here. I wish it was here, because then seeing the CNet thing right here, what's it called, watermark, it's kind of just like what was supposed to be. You're just gonna keep wondering what was really supposed to be there, and it kind of throws you off of actually reading the article, except for the text throwing you off because of the because of the typography and the font on here. But alas, we'll just go back and let's see some other thing. Let's take a look at, say, this article here. This is a review of the Toyota Corolla, the new one, I guess 2014. This is a more in-depth review here, and this is a more in-depth article after all this stuff loads here. Again, the text just throws me off a little bit, and the alignment throws me off a little bit, but it looks nice. I kind of wish that I could actually swipe through, but I'm not using a touchscreen, so I can't swipe through. I can't tell whether it can swipe. The mouse doesn't swipe through, so I'm guessing you only have to tap this arrow. So I won't make any assumptions yet until I get a touchscreen. But if you guys have tried it out and it doesn't swipe through, let me know so I can put like a caption in this video in this part to tell people that it doesn't swipe, you have to click the arrows. But essentially these images, they look nice. They made them look nice, and they made it in a nice spot. See right here, this is aligned perfectly. But again, I keep looking back I know I keep repeating this, but this is something that just gets on, it just irks me a tiny bit, is this whole tiny alignment here. Also, I kind of wish these images would work. So they say scroll left to scroll left, scroll right. So if you click this, if you click on the image, you can scroll left or scroll right, or basically swipes what they're trying to tell you. Or you just tap these arrows here and see images, and you can see little descriptions of little things they talked about, captioned by who, and they just made this look really nice. And I kind of wish more news websites would take note of how they laid out their app, to how CNet laid this out. It looks really nice to me, except for when you get back here. And then you can see the CNet review. They didn't put an editor rating on it, but they did put the comfort and all this stuff, so you can take a look at that. You can't click on it, but even though it makes an animation. But yeah, it looks. I like the app so far. I like the app. Tried it a little bit, and it looks pretty nice. I would probably use it again if they fix this. But see, the one thing also that I noticed, and you probably notice instantly as soon as you get to this user review page, is the text went from this, after this loads up real quick, let's give it a second. I don't know why it's taking so long. Come on, there we go. Alright, the text went from this right here, this Times New Roman and not aligned, to when you go to user review, this font, perfectly aligned. And so clearly they knew to align. They just didn't do it in the first overview page, the part that people get a first impression of their app with. They didn't do it in there. And then you can see CNet review there, user review. So they did it nicely. They did it right on this page. I just kind of wish they would fix it on these two pages here. And then you can see the specs of the car, or whatever it is that you're actually taking a look at, so you can see what they did a review on for this car, what trim level it was, what body style it is, gasoline, engine. You can see the cost, and this, I clicked on it, and what it does is it takes you to Edmunds, and it allows you to actually take a look at if you decide to purchase the car. And you can see the price here on Edmunds. And I kind of wish also the manufacturer suggested retailer, they would just tell you who that is, maybe underneath, and just tell you, say it's Edmunds, because it clearly is. I clicked on it. But you know, that's just a little thing, little tiny detail. So let's go back and see something more of like on a device. So let's, in fact, now that we're on this main screen here, if you right click or you swipe down from the top, you get this little category thing. So for categories, let's go to tablets, and then when these tablets load, there we go. Now we're gonna go say Sony Vaio Tab 11. This is a video review, so we'll just click on it, view like 5 seconds of it. So you can see the video player even is laid out pretty nicely. Can't really tell here, but it looks pretty nice. I kind of wish, again, these are little minor details that's on me. It might not bother you as much, but you know, this numbers, I kind of wish there was like even spacing on the top than it is at the bottom. So maybe maybe on the top there was less space, so they could equal out the space between going through the entire thing, so that, you know, it just makes it evened out. Metro's kind of really organized type of font. It even kind of reminds me of like Bauhaus font. If you're an art person, you'll know about the Bauhaus movement. There's really a lot of grids and stuff like that, so it kind of reminds me of that. But the video player looks pretty nice to me, and you can still right click or swipe from the top to get this menu here. So let's go back, find something that's not a video review. So let's see, let us see another video, or another thing. Let's say I'm trying to find a review. I can't find one. Let's try to go to cell phone. Let's see if we can find a cell phone review, since cell phones come out like every other day. No, I cannot find any reviews. That is kind of terrible. The point is, what I was trying to do is, if I could find a review, I could see maybe the full specs page to see how they lay out specs for like computers or tablets. Let's say this one right here. No, this is a video also. God, I can't find any reviews. There it is. The iMac, Slim iMac. There we go. Since this is a computer, that not only do they have a video review, They also write about it. You can see the text just changed a little bit. Um, I kind of don't know why the text is jumping around like that though, but uh, you can see the specs here: memory, graphics processor. They tell you all this information here on their current unit that they use to review it with. And obviously they got images and stuff like that. One thing also I wish they would add is the fact that that way you could tap on the image or click the image to go full screen. Just something simple like that would make things a lot easier for people, so they don't have to go to this page and then hope to find this image. Even these you can't click on to go full screen. So it's kind of upsetting, but it's just a little thing. I kind of wish you could either click on this image or click on the images in the article to go full screen. So that way you could just view the images bigger if you wanted to. But aside from that, it's a pretty cool application. I really like it. It's not bad at all, and also you can see these categories, drop down categories on certain tabs, and these are perfectly spaced and everything. So I know I'm getting on the littlest thing about spacing, but it's something that with the Metro or modern style stylization UI, everything is like exact and sharp and perfectly spaced and everything like that. You can grid like. As you can see right here, these are grid like, they're perfectly evenly spaced, as at least that's what I notice. And so the littlest thing will kind of throw you off if it's not. I don't know if you understand what I mean about that, but and then also let's lastly go to the settings, or second to lastly go to the settings, see what is required for the app permissions. Lock screen permissions basically allow you to basically get breaking news probably, or latest news on what happens to this app. About CNet, you don't really need to see that. I don't know why there are two about CNets. Let's take a look. Oh, it actually takes you straight into CNet's website, their about page. And then let's go back here and go to down here. No, I think I just clicked on that one. Let's go back and try it one more time. About CNet, yeah, I don't know why it's taking me to their website twice. I don't know why they included two abouts. In fact, come to think of it, I don't know why they doubled up on everything. So there are two abouts, two terms of use, all the way down to privacy policy. There are two of all of those, and then permissions and rate and review are the last things that are not two. So I don't know why they doubled up on that. They should definitely come out with an update and delete that doubling up on about, feedback, terms of use, privacy policy. Just get rid of that and just keep these top four, and then keep these two. That'll even things out, make things perfect. Aside from that stuff, aside from the little alignment issue that can be fixed in literally like 2 minutes, and the text, the font that needs to be changed, the app is not bad at all. It's actually a pretty decent news app. If you want to get simple reviews and a nice layout, this is something definitely I would take a look at. Here's a different style review. You can see the author, sorry, and then you can also see the article here again with the text here. But it's a good application. So let's lastly check out the snap view, how it looks like when you're snapping it to various sides. It looks clean and nice and everything like that. It's a nice experience. Let's click on this Windows Phone one. Yeah, unsnap to see full article. I kind of wish that they would just extend the article down, that way you can read the whole thing, but they tell you to unsnap, so they knew about this already. Let's see how much you got on unsnap. There you go. Then you can see this whole thing, see the whole article here. And yeah, it's a pretty good application. Last thing I noticed here is that unless you're fully extended out, obviously they're not Windows 8.1 supported yet, but when they do update this for Windows 8.1, this is basically like a hollow route to CNet. Please fix this right here. Please fix your alignment on the sides, that way the words aren't too close to the scroll bar. But aside from that, it's a nearly perfect application. It's far better than a lot of the news apps that I've seen on here on the Windows Store. So I give it a thumbs up. Not two thumbs up, but a thumbs up, because it's doable, it's usable, and it gets things done. Little things can be fixed, and yeah, I would definitely suggest taking a look at this app on the Windows Store if you just like to get basic news on devices and technology hardware and stuff like that, and cars and various things like that, even vacuum cleaners here. Yeah, this has been Kwaku from Next Gen Windows, and we just took a look at CNet. app review on CNet for Windows 8.1. Obviously, this wasn't updated to Windows 8.1 yet, but it is running on Windows 8.1. So if you have any more questions or any suggestions on what I should do next, leave a comment below or leave me an inbox message. Thanks, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.